Hogsback, not an unfamiliar place in the Eastern Cape at all, but we are going to explore it the gravel way. Leaving the tarmac just after Dumbaza, we reached the Sandile Dam outside of Hook. Now from here you can take a few routes to Hogsback. The main gravel road is Wolf Reach Road, around 25 minutes drive to Hogsback. Now that is if you don't get sidetracked by the many little roads leading to all these magical places like waterfalls, forests and rivers. The plan for the weekend is to stay off-road and work our way all the way through the forest, staying at Hogsback, but carrying on with the gravel all the way to Katberg through a couple of passes which we'll get through a little bit later. There's just something about the mountains that brings out happiness, as the smiles clearly shows. The road is really not that bad at all. No 4x4 is needed if you stick to the main gravel road. This is definitely a route that you need to consider if you are going to Hogsback. It is safe and very scenic.
Definitely better than the tar road.
Everybody's having fun, and this is one of the first waterfalls of many to be seen. Now the terrain keeps changing from scenic mountains to overgrown jeep tracks and plantations covering the bulk of the lands. As mentioned earlier, with plenty off the beaten tracks on this route, we couldn't resist taking some, and yeah, I think a standard sedan would get some damage, and cell phone reception is zero out here, so just keep that in mind, chaps. After some fun in the forest, the family started getting that hungry feeling, and my taste buds needed that special cold refreshments. After all, what is an off-road trip without a cold one, right, chaps? We are at the Happy Hogs, and we kind of missed out on some of the extreme 4x4 sections. It's not knowing all the roads, so yeah, unfortunately you need to play around here more to get to know all the routes and the back routes. But what a nice tour. So we've pretty much been on the road for a good 3 hours. Nothing extreme, no 4x4 needed, except for one or two little places we decided to go up to. But I think you can get here pretty much without it. What do you think, Tracy? It was fun?
It was good for...
Good fun, eh?
Yeah.
And beautiful.
Yes, stunning.
Well, let's see if we can find something nice to eat here at the Happy Hogs. With our tummies full, taste buds not 100% satisfied, well, are they ever, we worked our way to accommodation, Wild Fox Hill. Here you can camp, stay in the eco cottage, which we opted for, keeping in mind we will be in Catheart in 3 weeks, and that will all be camping, so doing something different just felt right. Right, so we are at Wild Fox Hill. This cottage is self-catering, but they do have meals that you can pre-order. Supper or breakfast, but only pre-ordered. With 3 bedrooms, 3 double beds and 2 bathrooms. Ample of space in the lounge for winter time, sitting in front of a fireplace or enjoying the big outside pit braai. This place can cater for the weekend lovers or a family outing. Either way, you will find some peace out here. So we've been told we're going to check out Microwave Tower. It's about 8 kilometers from here, and it's quite interesting, apparently next to a little dam, and it's close to sunset, so I think we might be able to get some nice shots. So let's see what we get up to, chaps. The mist quickly stole the sunlight away just as we reached the summit. Not a bad thing, as it somehow changed the entire scenery yet again. We got out to explore by foot a little. We have been to Hogsback many times over the past few years, but never have we explored it up here. Hence us doing the full off-road gravel road through Hogsback and Katberg this weekend. Seeing what else we have been missing out here. Misty fresh morning here at Hogsback. It's close to November, and here at Wild Fox Hill, if you want to have a warm shower, it's either solar, which clearly we're not going to have, or the donkey. With the fire going at the donkey, the kettle whistling at the stove, sitting outside with a cup of coffee and just enjoying the moment is enough to calm any rushing soul. Now, on this property they have their very own waterfall, which is only a few minutes walk on a very nicely done path through some woody sections, and having a second cup of coffee next to the waterfall on this misty morning was something the whole family was just very keen on. With the morning starting very peacefully, it was time to get the cruiser going and go and look for Mitchell's Pass. And seeing this sign just outside of Hogsback turning left to Seymour had my hopes up for some action ahead, as we were heading for Katberg, where another pass was waiting. All gravel, but the scenery was just amazing. None of this you get to see when travelling on the tarmac at all. Along the way, this old but interesting looking ruin of a farmhouse and barn is right next to the road, with a stallion greeting us welcome. I could not resist stopping to take a few pictures. Not having any history on this place, one can only let your imagination run away with thoughts of what it must have been like living in such tranquility, rarely seen. So we've just reached the little village called Seymour. It's about half an hour on this back road from Hogsback, and it's quite scenic, absolutely beautiful back road. And we are now going to take the R47 to Fort Beaufort and then turn off again back onto the gravel road. So we'll have a slight tar road we're going to be doing now, but not for long, and then back on the gravel. Going up Katberg Pass again is not technical or challenging. Rocky with some rutted areas which I can imagine must be very slippery after rain or when they've had some snow around here. After some climbing, we reached our turning point and saw another waterfall in the distance. It's like I said before, this place is magical. It just does not stop surprising you. What goes up must come down, and with that thirsty feeling back in my mouth, we headed back down the pass. And like always, good help at hand, chaps. Never travel alone when 4x4ing. Opening gates is not fun. Right, so we've taken the 4x4 route to Katberg and to the Devil's Bell, and we're just about to go back into Hogsback, and it's a good I would say a 4-hour drive, and easy taking some photos along the way, so very doable. I think you have fun, my babe? You're like, huh?
Was it
I
good?
did, and the footage will tell all.
Yeah, I think I hope the footage shows it, gives it justice. Eh?
Yeah, I'm no expert, but I don't think it's grade 4 and 5. Or, grade
Yeah,
4
I
or
don't
5.
think it was that bad.
No,
Eh? No.
but pretty hair-raising otherwise.
Yeah. Anyway, after a good day out, we end up at King's Lodge, which is absolutely fantastic. And waking up to a different day than yesterday. More sun out, nice and hot. Yesterday was misty, typical Hogsback feeling. And we are now going to take the back road over the mountains on the way to one of the hogs, just outside of Hogsback. You go past Madonna and Child, there's a turn off to the left, just the other side of the dam, over to Catheart.
As we make our way through the forest, we're still being spoiled with waterfalls along the way. We reach Wolf Reach River. This is the start of, well, as I call it, the dark forest. What is about to follow is overgrown paths and no signs of any traffic going through here of late. With only a few rocks along the way, adding some more fun to the trip, the open gravel ahead, an indication we are heading back to the norm. Chaps, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the outing enough to go and explore it for yourselves.